I'm not somebody who thinks the battle flag should stay there, but I certainly honor my ancestors.
I have no respect for your ancestors. As far as your ancestors is concerned, I shouldn't be a law professor at Georgetown. I should be a slave. That's why they fought that war. I don't understand what it means to be proud of a legacy of terrorism and violence. Last week at this time, I was in Israel. The idea that a German would say, that thing we did called the Holocaust, that was wrong, but I respect the courage of my Nazi ancestors, that wouldn't happen. The reason people can say what you said in the United States is because, again, black life just doesn't matter to a lot of people.
Joining me now is Paul Butler, Georgetown professor of law at Georgetown University. And Paul, I was really struck by the kind of frank honesty of that response, but it gets to the heart of the matter. Do you think we are now having the conversation we should be, or is the sort of move against the flag happening with such rapidity that it's actually papering over the actual substance of the issue?
It's a necessary conversation, Chris, but it's kind of surreal that it's necessary. I really was expected to provide a list of reasons about why I don't respect people who thought my ancestors were property. That's bizarre. Just like it's bizarre that there has to be a special convening of the legislature in South Carolina to debate whether to take down a racist flag. The fact that we have to have that debate, again, is evidence that black lives just don't matter that much. Some people agreed with me in the merits, but they said it was rude to say that I don't respect that woman's ancestors. So let me get this right. A white person says to a black person, I honor the people who wanted your ancestors to be slaves. That's fine. A black person says, I don't honor those people. That's rude. Again, that's white privilege all over again. And it goes to a larger issue that when black people talk to white people about white supremacy, we're supposed to be loving and forgiving. The problem is love and forgiveness are not productive in American politics. That's not how social change is achieved. You could do it through organizing, you could do it through electoral politics, you could take it to the streets, but being nice in the face of white supremacy does not advance racial justice.
Have you been getting a lot of blowback from this particular moment? Because I saw it really did blow up, but I think because of the sort of frank honesty of it. Have you been targeted for it?
A tremendous amount of support, and again, a lot of people who thought that I wasn't respectful enough to this white woman who really was an ally. She gets it, and a part you didn't play, she said that she thought that the flag should come down. And Chris, that made me think of all these people who are doing the right thing, well-intentioned white folks in Charleston who are marching with the protesters to take down the flag. But get this, the terrorists chose Charleston because it used to be the center of African-American life in South Carolina. In 1980, the city was 50% black. Today, it's 2/3 white. Black people got pushed out of the city. They got pushed out of opportunity. So I think a lot of the good white people who think that the flag should come down don't understand their relationship with white supremacy. They don't get how they benefit from gentrification, from denying opportunities to black people.
There are so many taboos and niceties around all of this, and it has struck me the emphasis on civility. I think there's some real value in maybe being less concerned about civility.
And Chris, where I really learned that was in Israel, because we all know they've got lots of problems. I went to dinner with a Palestinian law professor and an Orthodox Jewish law professor, and they went at it. Their discord was out in the open. They didn't try to make nice like we do in the United States. And again, I think in order to have that conversation, it's going to be raw. Feelings are going to get hurt. But look, African Americans, more than our feelings, have been getting hurt for 400 years. So this is the time.
All right, Paul Butler, thank you. It's always great to have you on.
I wanted to do a movie kind of about, in some ways, about black fame. Because being famous as a black guy is a little different than being famous as a white guy. Tom Hanks is an amazing actor. Denzel Washington is a god to his people. Okay? Denzel Washington has a responsibility to his people that Tom Cruise and Liam Neeson and all these guys, they don't have. They just make their art. And no one goes, hey, Tom Cruise, stay white. Don't forget your whiteness. Come back and visit white people. What you doing for white people, Tom Cruise? Nobody says that to Tom Cruise. Yo, Stallone, what you doing for Italians, man? What are you doing for Italians? Like, no one says that.
What do they say to Denzel?
They want to know that Denzel loves his people, that Denzel is doing stuff for his people. And they feel Denzel's highs and lows more than white people feel Tom Hanks does a bad movie. There's going to be another good movie by somebody white next week. It's like, when Denzel does a bad movie, I might not see a good black movie for a year. I am really left out here hanging.
Did you feel that yourself in that room when you're writing and making this movie?
A little bit.
My top 5 is Jay, Nas, Scarface, Rakim, and then I might let Biggie get in there. My 6th man's LL Cool J. Before the show!
You said an interesting thing. I want to make a Chris Rock movie because you would sit with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
And you knew what he was doing. He was making an Adam Sandler movie.
He really was making an Adam Sandler movie. But with men, I always say, men always dress like, we always get our fashion sense from whatever friend gets laid the most. Whatever friend gets laid the most, I guess I'll get those shoes. Okay, that haircut seems to work for him. I'll get that haircut. And so Sandler's like my biggest movie star friend. It's like, okay, I'll just do what he's doing. But it didn't kind of fit me. You know what I mean? Like I had to, it fits when I'm in a movie with him, but it didn't fit me to make a movie of the same tone as him. Or even an Eddie Murphy movie. That wasn't my tone. And this movie, the important thing was, I found a tone that works for me.
Stand-up will always be at the core of your life?
Yes, stand-up will always be at the core of my life. And
why is that?
I like it. I really like it. I kind of love it.
All my black friends have a bunch of white friends. And all my white friends have one black friend.
Seinfeld says you can do race better than anybody else because you can approach it better, that you can put it in a way that people get to the truth of race in America better than most.
Maybe. I mean, I'm from that era. I was bused to school in 1973. Think of it this way. The Tri-Rail Bridge has been the Robert F. Kennedy Bridge for about 20 years.
Yes.
We still call it the Tri-Rail Bridge. So when you pass a law, it takes like 20 years before, even though it's illegal to do certain things, it takes like 20 years or 30 years for people to like really get acclimated to things. So yeah, I got bused to school. I was called nigger all the time, by students, teachers, janitors. So I know it. I really, 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 really know it.
We're going to go for a short break, and we'll be right back.
Go ahead and advertise on the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience. You can reach us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to assist you. Get into the discussion at 973-327-3626. This is the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience. We want to hear your opinion. You can log on to SoMore.org or give us a call at 973-327-3626.
Do you want to improve your health naturally? Stop heavily depending on medication and naturally clean your body from the inside out. Do you have stress, indigestion, insomnia, or borderline diabetes? What about impotence, hypertension, fibroid, cholesterol, or prostate problems? Does arthritis, gout, or chronic fatigue stop you from working? Are urinary tract infections, STDs, or other types of infections always an issue for you? Do you habitually experience frequent urination, heavy menstruation, or thyroid malfunctions? If you experience any of these issues, be sure to call Dr. Elmett Clerville at the Elmett Clerville Health Center at 973-371-3877. That's 973-371-3877 between 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday for a free consultation. Or go to elmettclervillehealth.com for more information. Call now for your first natural health evaluation with a natural professional. An operator is standing by to take your call.
We are back with you. It's in the Village with A&M Trump Margie on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. Of course, we can't leave you without giving you the Somo quote of the day. We always give you the Somo quote of the day. Let's get you the Somo quote of the day. Not that one. Always get you Somo quote of the day. Here we go. Somo quote of the day. Here we go. A year from now, you will wish you had started today. A year from now, you will wish you had started today. And there you have it. That's the Somo quote of the day. Time check. The time is approximately 9:33 p.m. That time check is brought to you by Semper Alexander Computer Consultants, where they implement cost-effective solutions to fulfill your business need. Semper Alexander for all your computer needs. You can call them at 973-763-2011. That's 973-763-2011. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. See you. Same Somo time, same Somo channel. Later. And I always give you this song before I go.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus press by.